Coventry, England, for the second running of the FIM World Speedway Sidecar Track Racing Championship. And behind me somewhere is the Professor Dave Williams. Mr. Williams, hello. Cooking an Aussie barbecue in the middle of Coventry on this lovely fine evening, 24 hours before the second world champion is crowned. First year's champion from Larry's Hole, Mick Headland, will be making a guest reappearance tomorrow night and is one of the earliest favourites to win. Carling cash for comments and a nice beer. Ah, yeah. Carling. Thank you.
Okay?
Yo.
Schultenbräu, mein Herz erfreut. Und Schultenbräu, mein Herz erfreut. Lucky Heart.
Dave Williams, 2 years ago at King's Lynn, you crashed heavily into the fence. Why was it that no English person would take you to the hospital?
Because they knew better.
So, how did you get to the hospital, Mr. Williams?
Well, from memory,
Ambulance.
the ambulance, yes.
Ah, that's right. It was a track ambulance. Mr. Williams, can you tell the world of FIM Speedway Sidecar Racing, how did you get back from the hospital to the track to see the celebrations?
I magically appeared because I don't remember.
I believe, Mr. Williams, you were picked up by some Aussie hitchhikers that stole a car. Is that correct?
Oh yes,
Something like that.
That's very possible.
And they have now influenced you into your way of living, that you now cook Aussie barbecues in Coventry.
Well, when I'm given half a chance, yes.
The full of shit.
And with the AC/DC background music,
Which is
has
good.
become a way of life in England since Australia has become such a big influence in British Speedway. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
That's good. I reckon we've done really well.
I think we
And
have too.
I'm sure the sun shines out of the arse of some of the Australians over here, because every time they come here, the sun shines.
You in particular.
That's correct, yes.
Bend over, baby.
And we have got less than 24 hours and the racing will be on. Mick Headland representing Australia and the rest of the world against 15 tough, hardened, thug-nosed English teams. They will be there to get Mick Headland, but Mick Headland will say bye-bye, because I am the best.
Is it? Go, Mark Fossa.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we have Mr. Rolf Lindbergh and Mr. Dave Williams. Two of the tragic cases from from King's Lynn 2 years ago are now reunited at Coventry. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond their control, they were not re-invited back to compete again. They had competed in the first two runnings of the Gold Trophy. Mr. Lindbergh, what was your experience at, let's say, Isle of Wight with Mr. Williams as your passenger?
Well,
Careful. Bit of AC/DC in the background, but
the point is we both had no experience. He didn't have experience with me, and I hadn't experience with him, so we dived in and we survived.
and at the Isle of Wight, I believe you got 0 points. Only team to get 0 points. Would that be correct?
That is correct, but it was the best European non-British driver, so...
So you were a winner before the meeting started.
That's correct.
Okay, 12 months later, let's turn the clock. You visited out to a place called Australia, as in Australia down under, not Austria up north. Australia down under. How was your experience out in Australia?
Again, 0 points.
0 points in Australia.
But we're consistent.
We were very consistent.
The most consistent team in the first 2 runnings of the Gold Trophy.
We scored each heat the same points.
0 points in every heat, very consistent. They were randomly tested for drugs and they passed. They did not take no drugs. Their fuel was tested. They were the only team that had no traces of any steroids in their fuel.
Steroids in the fuel.
Did you get to go to a zoo while you were there?
Well, we should do, but I was afraid it would keep David over there. But luckily enough, he escaped just on the right moment.
So you escaped from the zoo, but you had a good time in the caravan park in the villa you stayed in?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And you were treated well in Australia?
absolutely.
Well, except one crazy photographer, but for the rest it was quite well.
Oh, that is very good. Okay, wind the clock ahead 12 months from there, and you did not get to compete at Larry's Hole.
No.
So you loaned your bike out of the courtesy of your heart to an Australian team. The Prince of Port Adelaide, I believe he is.
Yeah, that crazy product, but okay.
So what happened in the Prince of Port Adelaide's first race?
Hang on, you missed a year.
No, I didn't. Oh, I have not. Year 3. Oh, we got King's Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, rewind. Year 3 of the Gold Trophy, King's Lynn. Your first race, you scored points.
Yeah.
Yes.
More points
So that ruined your history as being the most consistent team.
That's correct.
Blew it out the window. So what did you do in your second race to fix that?
Tried to make the same score to keep consistent.
And what happened?
Well, there was
A little injury.
some guy that thought he would be faster than me, but he crashed out. So
You crashed out. And I believe Mr. Williams was put in hospital.
well, they were afraid he lost his brain, but it still was there. But he didn't remember anything.
I disagree. There is no brain.
And I believe, Roll yourself, you are so strong that there's an impression on the Kingsley fence from where you hit the fence, but you recovered and you were ready to go out for your next race, but your passenger took the easy way out.
It's not only that I would go back for the first race, but I first would start a boxing ring inside the midfield. The guy was a bit too big.
You were too big.
Punch.
No,
I
he
was.
was-
My companion was a bit too big.
Your companion was too big.
What's his name? Somewhere down from Cornwall.
Yeah.
Oh, the man that caused the incident.
He's about 7'3", yeah.
Unfortunately, I believe Mr. Tree Law was that far ahead in that race. They forgot to tell him the race was stopped and he nearly got you on the way back.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so after 3 runnings of the Gold Trophy, you were the most consistent team after the first 2 years, and you failed miserably in your 3rd year at King's Lynn. Because you scored points.
I scored points.
That's not very sportsmanlike. You had steroids in your fuel that year.
I always say that you can't win without people that be last.
That's right. So you
You
decided
got to do to beat someone. But
you wanted to
sometimes-
move up the table.
Yeah. After a few years experience, I think I can do a little bit better, but try to score 2 points in each heat.
So would you say your passenger, the Professor, may have jumped ship on the corner because he had too many points already?
It could be a possibility, but I don't have eyes in the back of my head, so I couldn't see what he was doing. But there was something was hitting me.
Something
So
was hitting
what bringing up my mind, maybe it could be him slagging me off the bike, but.
Maybe he didn't want any more points and he actually pulled you
Very
off.
quiet, Mr. Williams. Have you not got anything to add to this?
I don't remember much of this.
You don't want you put out of your mind.
I don't think
you don't want to remember.
I don't remember the whole race, never mind the accident.
So 12 months on, Mr. Lindbergh, ready to go again, but the Professor, Mr. Williams, has lost his memory and can't remember anything. Besides, he needs 12 months off Speedway. So out of the kindness of his heart, Mr. Lindbergh gives his bike to the Prince of Port Adelaide, Mr. Parker. After the hospitality Mr. Parker gave to you when you were all in South Australia. Would that be right?
Yeah.
That's all good.
And was it unfortunate that he destroyed your bike?
It was his thing to do, but it happened, so
So it was not Mr. Parker's fault that the bike was destroyed.
that's correct, I must say.
No Australian would do
I
that.
don't blame him.
But then again, it was another Australian rider that put Mr. Parker's bike, roll-off bike, into the fence with his mate Charles from England as the passenger, ended up in hospital again.
That's true.
It's true.
So, I seen the hospital again, which I tried to avoid to not ride on our hill, but
So after 2 runnings of the Gold Trophy, Mr. Lindbergh is very consistent with 2 zeros. The next 2 years he becomes consistent with 2 people going to the hospital from his bike. Very, very consistent. I believe, Mr. Lindbergh, you have a plan for next year in Gilman in South Australia.
just win it.
He's coming there to win it. I believe you're on the Prince of Port Adelaide's bike.
The second opinion is to crash Ronnie Parker's bike in the last heat.
He's going to crash Ronnie Parker's bike when he has the championship won. No?
Yeah, that's correct.
Or you will win first.
Yeah, first win it, then we have a run-off with number 2 for the show, and I crash Ronnie's bike.
And will Mr. Williams be doing his famous victory wave as I go around the park?
I think it could be.
Oh, there it is, the wave from Mr. Williams. And then they will run into the fence to tip the bike over.
That's correct.
That's good.
Okay.
Now, what is your prediction for Coventry tomorrow, though?
Well, my prediction is that there will be some idiot in the middle of the field that is bent over with his trousers down, and instead that the sun shines, everyone is asking himself what a 5-legged animal is in the middle of the track.
And his name will be?
Did you know that person?
He's coming from down under, and
Someone from down under.
The bandana on his head.
Yes.
With a bandana on his head.
And a red
Oh!
top.
Mr. Williams, your
Yeah.
prediction for tomorrow. Being a Coventry local, you must know something about this track and who you think will win.
Go,
Okay.
Costa, go, Costa, go, Costa.
In no particular order.
Now let's be more precision. You are a professor, of course.
Okay. In third place, I think we'll have Matt Tyrrell.
Matt Tyrrell for third, he says.
that's not my favourite, but
In second place, Mick Headland.
Second place, Mick Headland from down under Australia.
And in first place, Mark Cossum.
Yeah!
Oh, we have a Sapan here, but he has gone for Mark Cossa and Andy Wilson
Yeah!
to win the second running of the FIM Sidecar Track Racing Championship. We will see what happens tomorrow, and we will report live from the Coventry Caravan Park, where Mr. Roloff Lindbergh and Mr. Dave, the Professor Williams, will give their summary of the meeting. So, until tomorrow, from Bandana Sports, good night.
Seriously? Oh, God.
This has been the Bandana Man from Australia for Friesland TV.
Schultenbräu, my Herz is lucky.
You can have another Schultenbräu.
Schultenbräu, mein Herz erfreut. Cut, cut.
Oh, my God.
Und nochmal. Schultenbräu, mein Herz erfreut. Lucky habe. Cut. Schultenbräu, dein Herz erfreut. Und cut. Fetch. Schultenbräu, mein Herz erfreut. Lucky hard.
Fuck
He's
off.
playing with his nipple.
World Championship. Please welcome in under the riding number 1, Richard Moore and Rick McCauley. A presentation medal for each and also a handshake from Amanda Castagna. And number 2 is Paul Whiteland, former champion himself, and Alan Elliott. The number 3 outfit is Rod Winterborn and Liam Brown. At 4, Craig Cheatham and Ben Malloy. At 5, Trish Winterburn and Emily Logan. The world champions from Australia, Mick Headland and Jessie Headland. They're the ones with the targets on the back to beat tonight. That's absolutely right. Number 7 then, Robbie Wilson and Nikki Owen. Come on, you can shout and cheer loud, I'm sure. Please welcome in Matt Terrell and Sean Yates. At 9, Andy Gribble and Ben Whitlam, former British champions. The reigning British champions at number 10 on your riding order tonight are Mark Cossa and Andy Wilson. Oh, you've woken up. Brilliant. Okay. Craig Smith, Red Edge. At 12, Gary Jackson, former British champion, and Henry Rogers. As we move along, Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders. At 14, Mark Healy and Martin Davis. 15 is Joe Stuttridge and Lee Toms. 16, Mick Cave and Gareth Little. We'll have 2 minute reserves, Matthew Thalamba and Daniel Crawford. And finally, Mick Stace and Jenny Costa. So there we are, our competitors are here ready to race. We wish them all the very best of luck. 20 grueling heats they face on this shale racetrack, and we shall get them under starters orders in a moment or 2, just as soon as our FIM referee has got back into his position. We've got Whiteland 2, Winterburn 3, Cheatham 3, conclusion from FIM.
Hasn't made the best of strong, so comes alongside him in gate 2. Then we've got McDermott gate 3 and Matt Tyrrell fills gate 4. Corner first, test when he was gone from the second, and that first corner, so disaster there for Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates. They twisted round on the first corner, red lights are on for this one. a corner for Terry again, trying to get around the outside. Terry again turns it sideways in exactly the same place that he did in the first one of his race. Going up the back straight for the first time. Rudy Birds have got the second. Wilson is on third. Steven's already getting away at the front there. The Wonderbirds holding that second place position. Robbie Wilson has got the third. Holding that second place position. Robbie Wilson got the third. In the second place is Evan Legion, Michael Wilson holding second. Winter Burns have got the third. Wilson have got the third places. Almost got past him, he came to hold it up this corner. Winter Burns have got the third place position up the back straight there. Because Surrey have got a look at them. He made that little mistake on that pitch corner. He's going to restart his race for the team.
Next to the room will be. Off the back there of Craig Smith, we've got 3 wires going around there. Mark Cross on the and we've got Brian down the corner. Let's cross up as the leader. Let's cross around. Is race number 3. I'm afraid the red top lights are on again, and the
that's in 3 wires, 3 wires, race number 3. First after the crucial, Jackson holds out second place, really got in third place, pushing up the back straight and over the third line. It's Hosser Wilson leader, the Jackson holding out second place, second place, on third. Jackson holding that second place, Wilson. In third place, leader, Wilson straight, and Jackson starting the process. Mark Hosser, back straight once again, Hosser. Still in the top, the Jackson holding second. He's been bringing that on the same gap over Gary Jackson's a previous lap. Jackson doesn't get close there in that second place listen. The sponsor leads round on the back straight. Four times Jackson. Not too far behind in second. Third place.
There you go.
Nick Davis arrived at Goldman, Rob Wilson stolen the mark at the front. He's the first through that backwards there, has gone through and through it. Back in fourth place again, Rob Wilson's holding second. Sturridge is in third, completely back in fourth place, and Rob Wilson with all his experience to play now. trying to close the gap on the entrance to that pitch. Looking to find a way for the inside of the Dave has got the second, he's in third, Sturkey is in fourth place. Also Egypt and Dave in second, he's for on way for the victory. He's got that third place. Rob Wilson's getting away in this race number 4. He's going to be the first one to move from there. From across the line, second, locked together going inside Coventry corner first time. Richard Walker's there. The Raw holding that second place position. Rob Wilson using exactly the same tactics as what he's using race number 4, and he's made a game out. He's starting away. Second place, he's still winning, but Andrew gets closer in that fourth place position at Coventry once again. It's a tight line on the entry to that Coventry 2, they're getting away from Richard Moore there. Goes for the in second place, Steve from the Burnham on the third, down the fourth place. And Wilson then clear from the other one, it's going to go on the start. Dribbler's now gone through the show, you're coming to Tristan the burning white, so I did seen on fire there, the scene is on fire there for Tristan the burn, the scene on fire, that flag in the bag. So all sorts of drama here at Coventry this evening there with Tristan the burn. Machine catching fire from that to pitch corner, it's all happening in this second corner first, that could be crucial. Richard Moore tries to get through on the inside, but the inside on the inside. Richard Moore was looking for that gap, but Rob Wilson didn't read it, and it's Rob Wilson telling someone into the Royal campaign, he knows exactly the best lines to ride. He's made the start, he's going to be a very difficult man to get past. On the other hand, Coventry corner, get the same between first and second. There's Wilson leading Wilson left the gap just a little bit too wide on that pitch corner. Richard Moore's gone through on the inside, and he was in the fight with the back channel up and was looking to make it to the two. He's up in 2 lines of Wilson, they're relegated to second place position. With the pitch corner, Wilson and Richard Moore inside of Wilson and Rick the Porter out there, Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders holding that second place position. The two on the back straight, holding race number 5, and Rick the Porter there getting away the front from Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders. So it's Richard Moore, second place goes to Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders. Pushing it across the line, and he's giving you a point, and a loose goal into the six, he's got it going again. So drama, and first inning, and even more drama. Number 4, superstar number 1, we're going to go on the inside. The first time is on that second wheel, so back to third. On that second, Robbie Wilson on the third. And upon the third, transfers running to the safety fence over on that far side. And then she just meeting into the fence over on. Going into that first number, when the man gets around the outside, Robbie Wilson has got the second, it's just got the first time, and Robbie Wilson's already still on the line to the just gets across before Robbie Wilson and Coventry corner, first one, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 8 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 minutes, screen into the fixed corner on the open up. There goes Davis got the third corner that is in fourth place. That's where they go. Done the same with the track, then Nick Cave goes from the second, it's all the way edge of third, Nick Cave is making his way to that second, all the way this is a crucial race again for the Australian champion. Here he's going to the fourth place British, so the reigning world champion, Nicky Jesse Head, and he's going on that back road once again, over the Speedway, powering away from Nick Cave, moving hanging on to the second, Smith is in fourth place. Back to back, the red lights are on. Red lights are on. So running up there for race 9 of the crucial heat in this world. Into second place, the Nick Cave gets on the inside, given himself, and goes from the second place, which is more than the back door on the inside. Look at Nick Cave, he's got away with the dog point going on the second and third there, the Australian champion, everything there is everything. From the second, Paul is in third. Through the second place and Gary Jackson into away. He's got the third place position, so a great chance here for Gary Jackson already winning. And in second place, he's got the first car then. The winner goes on in second, straight into the great chance position. Just when the remaining top in the whole of that second place is just certainly comes up for the winner on the evening. Two then, one still underway by that second. Considering all the time, leads in the second place and third place for his first points will be Joe Sturtley. Race number 11. Revving up there for the restart of race number 12 and Mark Hinckley goes into the tapes and that's been called back there. Fortunately for him the green light was not on. From the outside, Robin Boone gets that corner first, into the fence corner on the overlap. Second place. Robin Wilson goes from the third place and Mark Cross at the top. To retake that second place. Boys, crucial races, 1-4 mark. Can't really afford to drop any more points. Third place to Mark Crossett, gets that point third. It's Wilson holding second, Jenkins on the third, and shoulder to shoulder there for second and third place in Robin Wilson closing that. Inside there. This restart here, race number 12. And Rick McCauley. Come on, a round of applause. We have the trophies from Mr. Sandu in third place, and the medals as well from Amanda Castagna. There we go. Right, well, Mr. Sandy, you take the... Okay. No, you want that. Just right. Okay. Alright, well, okay. Yeah. Okay. Programs of Gary Jackson, 3 Rogers. Well done, boys, congratulations in the runner-up position there. So medals and trophies to be handed up. Thanks. To be handed over immediately. So ladies and gentlemen, notice being tonight's reigning world's 1000cc Sidecar champions, they are Big Headland and Jesse Headland, right here, come on, all the way from Australia. They've ridden absolutely brilliant, they defended their crown, they defended their Gold Cup championship. Mr. Sandu has one of the biggest trophies you've seen in your life. Oh, look at that! Fantastic. Yes! You guys have done well. So we'll get them up on the roster and still the medals to come. Keep that for you. The trophy, Mr. Sandy Pants, is your. Jarek and Henry in second place. Jesse from Aussie are the 2010 World Champions. Great stuff. Okay, we'll just do a couple of the official FIM medals now are being handed over to the rostrum race riders. From Spanish, the silver medals going in for the runners-ups.
This is what all the hard work's for.
And of course the gold FIM medals then being handed over to our champs. So thank you, Jesse. There you go. That's it. Oh, brilliant stuff. Well done, boys. So we'll do that all then. Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciations then for our rostrum race riders and passengers. The crowd will work with Nick and Jesse in a moment. Single finger leaves so much.